Hey there everybody, my name is Samantha Fredericks and this is my persuasive speech for oral and interpersonal communications at Blackhawk Technical College. We use plastic for almost everything from candy wrappers to toys to the bags we use at stores. You would think something so commonly used wouldn't be that bad, right? Well, it's terrible for the environment and contributing to the catastrophe we all know as global warming. Why exactly should we switch? Is it realistic to switch materials? And what damage does a commonly used resource cause to our planet and animals? At this point, some of the ways plastic damages our environment and animals are known throughout the world. But there are some different ways we can package and hold our goods. These are quite a few commonly known ideas, easy to do ideas, and there are quite a few people that are on board with this idea. Plastic is piling up all over our world. According to an article in Forbes magazine, plastic trash is found in the bellies of about 90% of seabirds, the guts of sea turtles, and choking our whales. This article also predicts by 2050, the amount of plastic in our waters will exceed the amount of life we have in them. According to National Geographic, Manila and other areas are running out of landfill space for this waste. Because people are confused on which plastics are exactly biodegradable or compostable, they're just not. They merely end up in our trash instead of recycling or our composts. Then they end up in our landfills, they end up in our oceans, our forests, and other important areas. Plastic isn't all bad if used properly. Using plastics for insulation in our homes makes our homes more energy efficient and reduces our emissions and cost. This also makes it cheaper for us too. Disposing of plastics is crucial to making sure that we're using them properly. For example, the American Chemistry Council says the average consumer uses about 166 plastic water bottles each year, and 2.5 million water bottles are just being thrown away. Because plastic is so light though, it can be transported very easily, which lessens our emissions that we're putting out through our vehicles and also makes those vehicles more fuel efficient. However, because we aren't using them properly, here are some alternatives. One of the biggest things that we use our plastics for is our packaging. Alternatives to this are things like palm tree leaves, wood pulp, cellophane, mushroom root, and many other things. Replace straws with bamboo shoots. Or if your company's like Starbucks, you throw away and do away with straws completely. This is an eco-friendly way to suck up your favorite beverages. Instead of using plastic grocery bags, invest a couple of dollars in getting reusable bags. Or if you're a craftier person, you can sew them up yourself. This is a great way to reduce the use of plastics, and also many stores are on board with helping you do these. If you have plastics, look at your local stores to see what they do with their recycled plastics. More specifically, Festival Foods in Janesville, Wisconsin is using their plastic bags to make park benches. So that's a great way to make sure that these plastics are being reused and they're not just being thrown away. The benefits of doing away or recycling plastics are undeniable. Less plastic being used or more being recycled means less in our oceans and forests, protecting our sea and our wildlife. They won't be able to eat them, choke on them, any of those things. For example, using your 6-pack soda plastics, make sure you cut those up because they end up around the necks of things like penguins, birds, and other things. If we don't use plastics, we can free up space in our landfills and release less methane and CO2. We can use stronger and more sustainable resources for our toys and packaging, such as food and wood. Also, things like paper are easier to biodegrade or get rid of. In conclusion, as you can see, plastics were made for good, but have been used for evil. It's important for the life of our planet to recycle and cut down or completely eliminate the use of plastics in our world. So let's put our creative and genius minds together, because if we work together, we can campaign to recycle plastics or come up with alternatives. Next time we get frustrated because reusable bags are more expensive, or more of a hassle. Let's just remember the benefits stated in this speech and how much more we can get out of them, how much more of a use we can get out of them. So remember that when you're recycling your plastics instead of throwing them away. Thank you.